Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. Mid's taking on Army this weekend lacrosse with DJ Plumer. And man, you look around the roster, there's a lot of Kent Island Buccaneers on this roster. And I know how good you are. My son was playing at the same time as you all were in high school. You all in Queen Anne's, I'm sure, had a tremendous rivalry. His last game in the playoffs was against Queen Anne's, the good team they had that year. But, how big of a deal is it for guys from Kent Island, and obviously Matt Steffens, who came from Queen Anne's County High, to come to a place like the Naval Academy and not only come here, but produce here and have a pretty solid career?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty big deal. It's a small community, so a lot of people are involved, and it affects a lot of people, and it's exciting to have a lot of guys do special things like this.
I was going to say, is there hope that, maybe you motivate some other kids that are playing for the Buccaneers now that, hey, this is something that, lacrosse is a vehicle that you can use to eventually use to go to college?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity here at the academy, and more guys, if that's what they want to do, then great. And I know there's some young talent there that could really help out, so if that's how it works, then great. For you all as a group, when you look around the room and you see each other, how much has that helped through the years here? Because, let's face it, you don't just walk in the door every day and everything's perfect in a perfect world here at the academy. How much have you all been able to lean on each other? Yeah, it's a big help. Even the guys in front of me, they can kind of let me know about the ins and outs of here and kind of help me out at least. And I'm sure Ben and Colin and Brady, they got help from Steffens and stuff like that. So it's nice to have that security blanket to help you out with the different challenges the academy presents.
Could you have ever imagined that the nose guard would become such a face-off connoisseur as Mr. Dove has here?
No, I think he's revolutionizing a little bit that strength that he brings to the table. It's something special.
Let's just say, as a nose guard, it's all about strength and leverage. And really that appears to be what he is used to great advantage as a face-off guy. Would you say the same?
Yeah, definitely. Even in football, he was always a little bit smaller, but he changed his pad level a lot in football, and that helped him out, and I think he's doing the same with face-off position. How
good were you all? Because the ironic thing is if you look at the way you all are on this team, you all do different things within your roles on this team. What were those games like, especially with Queen Anne's? Because that was a lot of the time the team you had to get out of to get out of the region with.
They were always tough games. We had pretty good seasons every time. I think we lost in the Final Four two or three seasons in a row, which that hurt a little bit, but our games with Queen Anne's are great. They were a great team, and it was a lot of fun.
For you to see your role and how it's really, each year has become more prominent and more important, what has that path been like for you?
It's been exciting. It's great. It's great to be more involved in playing, obviously, and it's credit to the teammates and my coaches put me in a position to succeed.
You've had to overcome some injuries too. How hard is that as an athlete when you're, probably since this big, you're used to being out there every game, almost every minute of every game. Right. What's it like to have to persevere at this level? Because let's face it, the people you're playing against right now are the best of the best in this sport. What's it been like to persevere through that?
It's definitely tough, but it's credit to our trainers. They do an excellent job with us. Always available for us, giving us the best treatment we can get. But you just got to persevere and keep with the program, do what they tell us to do, and it's good.
The role that you, John Trainer, even Matt Reese to a certain extent, your first intention really in that midfield is defense. It's kind of an unsung role. Is it hard? Because let's face it, every time you're out there, you're likely going up against, in many respects, either a number one attackman from another team or a number one midfielder from another team. So there really is no room for error while you're out there. What is that role like?
It's fun. It's a challenge, and that's what we came here to do, is be challenged. And our coaches do a great job giving us a good game plan, and we look forward to it each week. At the same time, what is it like to watch you all get out in transition? Because it's an amazing thing to watch. It's exciting for sure. We're always scanning the field, looking for different lanes. When I throw back a pass to Matt Reese and he drains into the net, that's really exciting. Gets the whole team fired up, and he cooks it from deep.
I was going to say, can you imagine what the eyes of a goalie must be like when Reese or Fennell wind up with that pole coming down in transition? That's got to be. They probably close their eyes. Yeah. Quite frankly, they probably just guess where it's going, because by the time Matt brings that thing back and cranks it up, Army this week, obviously they've had their numbers are what they are. I mean, they've won 10 in a row. They're sitting atop the Patriot League. You all, though, with the win, can put yourself in position to get into that Patriot League tournament mix. And once you get there, all bets are off. It's a new season at that point. Is it just another game, or do you have to embrace the fact that it is Army and it's going to be a big-time affair coming up on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, like you said, it's Army. It's a lot of tradition. It's a huge rivalry, but also it's an important game. So we're just going to treat it like our coaches are telling us, give us a game plan, treat it like a normal game as much as we can, but we know there's going to be a huge crowd and a lot of activities and events going on. So we're just going to try to treat it like a normal game, trying to go out there and execute the game plan and give it our best shot.
You do have some past success to draw from as well. Does that help when, especially after a game like Saturday, doubt could creep into that locker room, but the fact that you all have some past success in a situation like this with Army, does that help you all get right back up on it? And the fact that it is Army this week maybe helps put last week aside?
I don't know that our previous success helps us at all, because each year it's a new game, it's a new ball game, and each game that we have with them is it's going to be a fight to the end. And as you can see, the past 2 years we won one, they won one, so it's going to be a close game every time. We know that going into it. But like I said, we're just going to execute the game plan, trust each other, trust our coaches, and I think it'll be a good game.
All right, young fellow, best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, he's number 2 in the program. It's DJ Plumer from Kent Island High School. Mids and Army coming up on Saturday. We'll be on the network at 11:45 with all the pregame news and notes, and on the radio at 12 o'clock with the broadcast on the Navy Sports Network.